want,
Oh, sorry.
can you give me, oh, I
Yeah.
think I can already
Sure.
do it.
Now you should be able to.
Okay. All right. So, oh my gosh, there's so many things. Okay. We are going to talk about how to rock a program launch. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. And how to make it work for you as a partner, even if you've not done this before. So, first, we're going to start with recognition. So, what are you celebrating from last week? And Laura, I'm going to pick on you because you're here.
Oh gosh, last week. Um,
You're all healthy, right?
yeah, I started this new thing where I'm making these soups. I'm
Making
trying to
what?
make that like my thing soup. Can you hear
Right here.
me?
Yeah.
No.
It sounds a little muffled.
Oh, it's probably because I'm using these earphone things. Hold on. Hmm.
Okay, try again.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect. What are you making?
Soups.
Oh, soup.
Oh, I
I
did not
heard
know that.
loops, and I was like, "What is a loop? Like a Fruit Loop?" I was real confused.
No, soups. So yeah, I'm trying to just do like different ones, and share them. So,
Nice.
I've only made two. This week was kind of busy at work. So, yeah, yay for that, I guess.
That's good. I mean, that's a start, right? Oh, geez. And are they good? Are they tasty?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
happy?
So far I've only made like this chicken fajita, which was my favorite taco soup thing, and then I made a chicken pot pie soup, but I
Oh,
had no like bread. So it was
nice.
just it was good.
Okay.
Um, Next is chicken and broccoli. Oh well, no, just broccoli and cheddar, and then
Oh, yum.
um, I have stuff for chicken noodle. I can't remember, but yeah.
That's super fun. Danielle, what are you celebrating
So
from
I
that?
had a awesome new prospect in the free group that should be transitioning to our community officially. So it's just proof that like using the free groups is a really great way to bring people in and see the excitement. And so like start planting the seeds for December now because we want to continue to help you guys bring in a bunch of people into the free group so that you take 3 to 5 past the free group and into your community. And there'll be some new, I wanted to share a real quick announcement. There's now a new feature for body previews, which we'll integrate for our free group in December, where basically they'll have access to a bunch of different workouts for free outside of the platform for 2 weeks, which is cool. So they don't have to like go and cancel anything and then get charged in 2 weeks and all of that good stuff. So it's just going to be an easier way to connect people. And there's also like a fitness quiz they can take to align which sample workout would work best for them. So we'll dive into that more, but I just wanted to add that because it was a totally random girl that I was very like cold market for me. But she's getting married next year and she was like super involved in the free group, commenting on everything. So you just never know. Like it's proof, invite, share what you're doing because you just never know who might need it in their life.
And I will say, based back to that, you never know, like the people who I invited to the free group haven't been as active, but when I sent the invite, I never thought they would say yes,
Yeah.
honestly. And they did. And so that opens the door to have conversations later on too, and to keep adding them to the free group each month. And so it's not like the 5 that said yes, I never would have said yes. And I only sent 25, I think, invites to the free group. So that's pretty good numbers, right? So you never know who is looking for this or doesn't realize they need it when they really do.
Yep. It's just good exposure.
Absolutely. All right.
What are you
So
celebrating, Allie?
I'm celebrating. I finished week 2 of XP Pilates and I love it. However, my like lower belly pelvic floor is killing me from all the diastasis and the motherhood from a childbirth life. So I'm proud of myself for sticking to the calendar because I've struggled with that recently. And putting up all of our Christmas decorations and getting our house festive before Thanksgiving.
And I would also say Allie's definitely making an effort to share more of her team on her stories. I've seen her do more polls and engagement. And so she's putting the effort in and what she said she was going to do. So proud of you.
Thanks. So, in case you guys haven't seen anything about this, which would be surprising if you haven't, Dig Deeper is Shaun T's newest program, and it is launching very shortly, very soon. So for those of you who don't know who Shaun T is, he's like OG Beachbody, like Insanity, Insanity Max 30. He goes way back. Let's Get Up, lots of Shaun T programs, Transform 20, T25, lots of things. He's amazing, very motivational, and super hype. And like, of all the programs and all the trainers, he is one of my favorite. Him and Megan Davies are just like always super excited, super hype, and just keep me motivated when I don't want to do it. So his newest program is called Dig Deeper. It is available for purchase on the 19th of December for partners and preferred customers. But we're not starting our test group as a community until January 1st, which is perfect. It's on a Monday. So it's the perfect way to kickstart 2024. The program,
Just to be really clear before you go into the program details, this is an official test group. So it's different than like the super blocks have been launching each month as a new program. This is something that is a program for purchase for everybody that happens a few times, like 2 or 3 times a year. So it's a really big business opportunity because the women that are on our team as partners today started out putting their money where their mouth was. It wasn't just doing whatever program on, body, which there's amazing programs and they're great. But when you commit to a program and you put money down for it and you start the same date as everyone else and you follow it through for 12 weeks, it's a powerful experience. So I really want to highlight how important this is, different than just like a super block everyone's doing, because it's a totally different experience. And I'll get into that a little bit later, but I just wanted to kind of highlight that this is such a big business building activity or opportunity. And it's different because we all commit to it, both money wise and, in our own mental and emotional, nutritional and all that kind of stuff.
and it's very different because you're all doing like, and we don't have the program calendar yet, but like you're all doing the same workout on Tuesday, the January 2nd. And so we have a message thread and it's like, oh my gosh, those leg moves were terrible. And it's very personal and it's a good way to connect to people that are also doing the program. And as Danielle said, test groups have transformed my business in the past. And Danielle's a great example of this, and she'll talk about it later. But it's a 12-week program, which is longer than most of the other body programs when they were launched. But I think that's amazing because it gives you more opportunity to keep people engaged for longer. And you're going to see some bomb results by the end of that 12-week period. It's 5 to 6 days a week. And then each workout is 30 to 50 minutes long. The exciting thing from what I've heard is it's all non-impact cardio. There's not like HIIT, no jumping, nothing crazy in terms of cardio. There is cardio, but it's not like jumping around, all the things.
I would say also like outside of the body world, a lot of people know Shaun T. Like it's a regular household name. So again, I can't emphasize enough. This is a really big opportunity for all of us to share this in a way that's unique to each of us. But also it's less of like, oh, that's just another program. Like people know Insanity, they know Shaun T, they're willing to like take that step for the new year, I think, with someone that's more familiar with them.
Agreed. If you go out and poll 10 people and say, do you know Megan Davies? They're going to be like, I don't know who that is. But most people are going to say, I know who Shanti is.
Yeah.
So, all right. So how do you move forward with taking this launch to transform your business? So as a partner, your job is to one, commit to the program, because if you're not doing it, no one else is going to do it, right? Because you show up, they show up like you show up. But it's about building hype around the program and creating that major FOMO that they want to be a part of the program, of the community, and transform their life alongside of you, if that makes sense. There's not official results out from the test group yet, but I've stalked a few people on Instagram to see some results. And they are here. I'll sneak peek. Oh, where is it? It didn't show up. Hold on.
The background.
No, it's there. It's just like a,
It's really small. I see it.
yeah, it's like on the preview, but it won't show up.
Well,
Hold
you
on.
can send it in the message pod after, Allie.
Yeah, let's see if it'll, there we go. Sorry, my gross wounds on the side for my presentation. So this is this girl's transformation in 30 days of doing the program. And I can send the message pod too, but it's insane. Like it's very, so when Shanti created this program, it's when he was doing his bodybuilding competition. Like it's based on his bodybuilding competition, and he's working with it's like the IFB, I think, pro, like it's a certified personal trainer for bodybuilding. And so the nutrition component of it is emphasized as well in the program, with higher protein, all the things, which we'll go over once we get the full details of the program. Before I go into how to build the hype, I want to show you guys where, once the body toolkit launches, and it launches tomorrow, where you can find that in your back office. So in your back office, I'm already logged in. You go to business, you go to marketing tools, and then marketing toolkits. And then you'll see the product toolkit, and I clicked it. I didn't mean to. You'll see a product toolkit just like this one, and this is the one for Sure Thing, but it'll have everything outlined for you in terms of talking points, transformations, things like that to share, and all the details that you need to promote the program, including a launch plan. So back to this. All right, so what can you do right now to build the hype for our test group starting on January 1? Number one, the sample workout's already out. It wasn't supposed to come out till tomorrow, but it's already available. So do the sample and share the heck out of it. When you do that sample, if you don't share it, like, no one's going to know that you're doing it, right? They just think it's a normal workout that you're doing just like your other workouts. They don't know it's something special that you're starting. So sample's available, do it now, and share the sample. So people you've talked to before. Did you want to say something, Danielle?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. So when you do the workout of this new program, how are you going to share it? Like, break it down a little bit. Like, what specifically would you think about sharing to your audience? What's important to you? Just as some examples and details of that.
Good question. So I will film myself doing the workout and then make my video, set up all the things that I normally do. But after I post the video, or after I do the workout, before I post the video, I will talk on my stories about, hey, I just did this amazing workout. It's from the new program coming out that I'm starting on January 1st with my big team. And I'll go into kind of the details once I know more details of the workouts, what it's all about, but how it relates to my niche of busy working moms, how the program can benefit busy working moms meet their end goal over here. So help them cross that bridge of self-doubt, all the things with this program.
Yeah. And you're not sharing it once, right? Like,
no. So that's, yeah. So
go ahead.
Number 3, start sharing about the program now and breadcrumb it into your stories. So every day I'm going to try and come up with something creative to talk about related to the program, but not like flat out say, hey, January 1st, I'm starting this program. You should do it with me. Like I'm going to just kind of talk about it in kind of almost incognito, if that makes sense, to pique people's interest. So then they've heard it. You have to hear something like 7 times to sign up for it. So you have to share, or you're going to go to invite and they'll be like, what are you talking about? I don't know what this is. So talking about it now, and I can share some examples. Once we get the reference guide, I can share some more examples of ideas to talk about that meet your niche of, I mean, a lot of women in our group that are partners are also busy working moms. And so I'll share my niche and my examples and then help you guys create your own examples of how to talk about it in your stories. We already have a free group, but again, the December free group can be your highway
onboarding, yeah,
right, to this program starting in January. And so there will be Mompreneur is launching the prep calendar, which we can share of what, if you're not doing the Lift More Super Block, how you can prepare for Dig Deeper with different Shanti workouts. And so even if it's you doing a Shanti workout every day and you talk about it on your stories, that's breadcrumbing to this program launching in January. But inviting now or talking about the free group now for December and then start inviting to it, it's not too early. I mean, December, with all the stuff going on in December, it'll be here before you know it. And that's what's happened to me the past couple months. And I'm like, oh gosh, the free group is in 2 days and I've not invited anyone. And so then I'm in panic mode. And then my type A personality doesn't like it. But start talking about the free group now. The free group is easy to talk about. Number one, it's free. So there's not as many hesitations to joining it because it's free. They don't have to lose anything, right? They're not putting any money on the table. It's just them getting free recipes, free mindset tools, and free workouts to try for a week. And so
I have a challenge for all of you. After this call, you're going to literally, after this call, when you get off, you're going to write 10 names and put them in our pod chat of 10 people you want to invite to the free group in December. And then you're going to start talking to them now, not about the free group, just connecting with them. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Are you traveling this week? How are things going with work for you towards the end of the year? So that you start building that relationship now. And I will share something special at the end of the week when we all start that process. Cool?
This time of year is very easy, I think, to connect to people because there's a lot to ask them and talk about, right? So Thanksgiving, Christmas, traveling with kids, kids' Christmas gifts. Are you doing anything fun with your kids? Are you going to see Christmas lights? The list goes on and on and on. But it's an easy time to connect. And I've gotten back to reconnecting to people. And it's actually, I've put less stress on myself with doing the connecting action. And it's actually enjoyable. Like I'm enjoying doing it and just having a conversation with people. So I can't wait to see y'all's lists. But yes, start connecting now to invite to the free group to transform into Dig Deeper. Do you want to add anything on this one about what you can do now?
That's great.
Okay. So moving forward, I think it can be overwhelming when you see a program that's heavy on lifting when you don't lift often. And so I think that's a big roadblock people could run into, but it's not, this program's for everyone. And so as we've seen over time, and if you look at different folks who work out often, you're actually getting better results, period, when you do more heavy lifting or lifting in general as your workout versus cardio for 30 minutes. Because building more muscle, the more muscle you have, the higher metabolic rate is of your body. So at rest, you're burning more calories. And so you're going to see that definition, even though you're probably eating more and eating more protein. So I think that's the biggest thing is don't be scared that it's a heavy lifting or heavy on lifting, not heavy lifting, heavy on lifting program. Um, I think just there's no reason that every partner shouldn't do this. Going back to what I said earlier. Because it can truly transform your business. And Danielle's going to share about her test group. So when I first started following Danielle, I think it was around that time, she was doing a test group with a program called Shift Shop. And it was a 3-week program.
3 weeks.
Yeah. And it was like 20 minutes 1 week, then 30, then 40, if I remember correctly. But she blew it out of the water, and she's going to explain kind of how she did that and what it did for her business.
Yeah. So at the time in 2017, I was just starting to kind of build a Star Diamond business, but I was really building momentum. And so Lori, who's actually on this transformation right here, was in the Shift Shop test group with me. She's been a top coach for a while. And back then with test groups, they would pick certain coaches that were kind of up and coming and building their businesses to test out the program before it was launched to the entire network. And the reason being is so that they had real examples of real partners who got results with the program. The thing was, before that, I had done many programs, but I had never followed a program to a T. And what I mean by that is actually doing the nutrition full out. Okay. Like I can do the workouts all day long. Y'all know that. But I hadn't fully committed to any supplements besides Shakeology. I kind of sort of did Portion Fix, but I never fully did it full out for a program. The difference is that I had to actually sign a contract to do Shift Shop, that I was going to fully follow it. I was going to commit to Shakeology every day. I was going to commit to Energize and Recover every day. And I was going to show up for the workouts every day and follow Portion. Well, it wasn't Portion Fix. It was a specific Shift Shop nutrition at the time. So I was very nervous. But what happened is I put my pen to paper, and I think we as our test group should have a pen to paper commitment for this Dig Deeper test group, because you're then committing to not just yourself, but a group that's going through that program. And it gave me an elevated, it's like at work when you're given a higher level role to show up and like do that work or present in someone else's spot, you elevate the way you come to that meeting or you come to that presentation or whatever it may be, right? So for me, I was like, okay, I'm representing the company doing this. So I can't kind of sort of do Portion Fix, right? So I took it very seriously, and I shared the ish out of every little thing I was doing. Like I was very transparent with my social media, and I showed every single day. It was like 1 out of 21. This is what happened today. This is what I struggled with today. That like I worked harder. A lot of people think that a test group and a new program is going to change your business. And I hate to break it to you guys, it's not. You committing to the test group, you making the list of the 10 people and connecting with them, you building the hype and excitement now for the launch of January 1st, that is what builds your business. So I probably worked harder on myself, right? First and foremost, and my business during the test group of Shift Shop than any other time in my business. But you know what happened? I made the most money I ever did in my entire business. Of course, Body guarantees no level of income or success, all based on your hard work, diligence, and skill. But I made the most money ever. I had the most new coaches ever within the next year. And I had more confidence than ever with my career, my life. I was having more fun. And the quality relationships, Allie being an example of them, that came into my life, not just as a partner in my business, but as a friend, went through the roof. Because I was a better me, right? I wasn't sort of kind of doing things anymore. I was the type of woman that wanted to say, we commit and follow through on things. And those are the friendships and the partners and the business builders I want to surround myself with. So I would think about, writing down, taking some time, maybe this Thanksgiving week, if you're off Friday, making your list of 10, but then kind of writing down, what are the things that I'm struggling with right now? What are the things that are worrying me in my life? And how can this program transition that? But what are the things that I'm willing to do that maybe I haven't done yet in my business to elevate and move through that? Because it does take hard work, just like your health and nutrition, right? That's work if you want to feel your best and do your best. Like, your business takes work too. And I think that sometimes we just think, well, I put up posts and that's work. And that's not the work of your business. It's making the list, it's having a plan, it's following that plan and taking action to do it. It's the unsexy work that built my business. So get excited about this, guys, because it can be the thing. Like, even now, the things I'm doing financially and accomplishing in my life are directly correlated to those commitments I made to myself back in 2017. And I did the program, honestly, like 4 times after, because I fell so in love with how I felt, but also the results it was getting in my life with the people and the community and the team I finally wanted showed up because I was showing up. And I think that's what it's really all about. And I could talk about this for hours, and I will continue to do videos on this, but we're talking about this early now so that you start building that excitement. You start being knowledgeable and educating yourself, not waiting for us to share all the details, but you plugging in and taking the time, a couple times a week over the next 2 to 3 weeks to get excited and learn about it, and get in the Partners app. They're doing trainings on it as well. So I am looking forward to elevating our team with this, because it's different than a super block. It's different than, oh, I kind of feel like doing this month. It is, we are starting January 1st. This is the plan. We are doing it together. Who wants to come? So that's my mic drop.
That was good. Laura, do you have any questions?
So is this something that I can literally like invite anybody to? You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a paid test group to be a part of.
Okay,
It'll be
right.
an additional program outside of Body. It'll be like a launch of a new program that doesn't exist currently. So a test group is something that's new, and that's kind of like a VIP experience for 6 months. That's why
Okay.
it's like when I'm trying to think of a good analogy of something in our lives that comes out first. It's kind of like, paying for the HBO subscription to watch a show before it gets loaded onto Hulu or Netflix. So you upcharge that because you can't wait to watch that. Or like you go to the movie theater. That's really what
Right.
go to the movie theater, watch the movie before it's launched on Hulu, and you pay that premium to see it because you're so excited to do it. Does that make sense?
Yes. So they would be in the group, but not necessarily signed up for Body.
They would be signed up for Body, and we'll share the pack options and what that includes. The
Okay.
program will just be a bonus to that. So the pricing will be a little bit different if you're getting a pack. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you can invite people to just to join, and their first program would be Dig Deeper.
Mhm.
Okay, I got you.
Does that make sense? I mean, like, you
Yes.
can obviously invite to the other things too, but we're starting Dig Deeper on January 1, and they're going to want to be a part of it.
Right. Okay.
And I'm assuming, I mean, I don't know yet, but I'm assuming there's modifiers and all kinds of stuff for all levels.
Yeah. So next Sunday's call, we'll go into
Yeah.
all the details with the entire community of pricing and detail, because all that's getting launched this week on Body. So,
Okay.
but there will be like different pricing for this just because it's a test group.
Okay.
Question?
No.
Anything else? Cool. Well, hopefully you're excited about it.
I am.
Awesome.
To be honest, I'm a little nervous about getting people to join, but I am excited.
Do the sample workout
Either way.
and
Yeah.
let yourself connect to what you're excited about at first, and then we'll dive into that. Cool.
Okay. Cool.
All right, Allie, thanks for putting the
All
presentation
right,
together,
thanks.
and
Okay,
we'll
no
dive into
worries.
it more next Sunday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.